So this is my sort of build log, call it part one. Last year, I had this idea for a coffee table. I said, what if I take some 4x4s and use some of the old timber frame building techniques that my dad used of mortising in a pocket to put the lower beams into the lower shelf into. So this is actually cut a 1/2 inch deep into the leg on both sides here and here. And then these sit inside that, and they've been cut out of 45, so they fit together in there. And this is all made out of 4x4 white pine. That I'm pretty sure that's what it is anyway. I know it's pine. That I got that I had my dad buy from where he used to work doing timber frames for a local log home company. And the center here is a 1/2 inch birch plywood just to be a nice solid shelf. And it's going to get these cedar planks here. They're 1/4 inch cedar planks meant for going on the walls in a closet. And this one's been cut to fit down on the lower shelf here that's shorter. But those will all fill across there. I've got some other ones over in the pile over here that are for the top. And they'll get glued down and clear coated over after I've finished the stain, which I'll be doing tomorrow. For the stain, I decided to go with because it's the first time I've ever stained anything, I decided to go with the classic black satin Minwax poly shades. This is the stir stick to give you an idea of what one coat looks like. I also actually did a little sample block of the actual wood to see what one coat looked like on it. This, I think, I did this about 4 hours ago. It says it needs 6 hours dry time, so I'm not going to touch it yet. But I think some of that streaking might be, I didn't have it mixed very well. And so I think there was some of the clear poly part of the poly shades still sitting on top there that didn't get mixed in. And so that caused those sides to streak, but didn't cause the other pieces of it to streak. The top is just glued on using Titebond, where's the guy? Right here. Using the Titebond 3 Ultimate. And the legs down here, these have a diagonal block that's similar in shape to that piece that attached the corners together. And it's got these 6-inch timber locks run through into the legs. So that's rock solid. That's not going anywhere. And so my next step is to stain this thing tomorrow. It's got a 4 foot by like 2 foot inlay. And so it's about 4.5 by 2.5 overall dimension. Will be very interesting. It's heavy, surprisingly heavy. Definitely a 2-man job to move this thing around the house. But what do you know? I like to do things overkill. And so let's see here. We've got see if we can see. We've got blocking in there, and we got these screws down here that actually hold this. I had my dad use a dado blade to cut a 1/2 inch deep, or 1/2 inch this way, 3/4 inch deep curt edge to these boards, so that I'd be able to actually recess this so that my finish would be at the same level all the way across. And I got to sanding all this and doing a little bit of wood fill, and it's time to stain. So we'll come back tomorrow, hopefully, and have this thing stained.